You are staring at a thermostat, and I will tell you why after the intro. Hi group, welcome to the channel, The Happy Camper. My name is Winter if you're new to my channel, and I'm super happy that you're here today, that you came by and decided to check out my channel. I appreciate that. Today I am going to be reviewing my tankless hot water heater that is installed in my RV. I am going to show you what I have to do to get hot water in here, and let me tell you right now, it's insane. It's completely and totally nuts. All right, I have no makeup on today. My hair looks horrible. I'm in my pajamas, and so maybe I'll have you stare at this the whole time. We'll see. But regardless, this thermostat's going to be doing things. Okay, I want to show you the situation. Let me back up here. This is my bathroom sink, and the hot water heater is in the basement right under this cabinet here towards the outside of my home. I don't have the thermostat hung on the wall because the way they designed it, it won't hang on the wall unless I do something. We won't discuss that. Let me take you downstairs. I want to give you this view. Here's my kitchen sink. You can see the rug where the bathroom area is. That's how far away the water heater is from the kitchen sink. So remember that for what I'm going to show you in a little bit. Again, hot water heater is right here, and the bathtub is right there. All right, so let's get started with the demonstration. Before we get started with this demonstration and review of the water heater, if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscription button for me and ding the bell. And remember to thumbs up the video. Okay, this is my dirty thermostat. I should have wiped it off. Let's see if I can make it do something here. Okay, so there's the readout. Power button. This is the temperature, and I have it set for 123, and it can go down to 95. I have tried it at varying degrees of temperature to see, the best way to get this thing to work, and I've ended up putting it at 123. If you know anything about this product, I really would appreciate a comment about what I could be maybe doing differently than what I am. This is Celsius and Fahrenheit, and that's it. That's all there is to the thermostat. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to this sink, the bathroom sink first. I'm going to turn the hot water spigot on, and I want you to watch the temperature rise. Ouch, if I can get up. Okay, here we go. It's going to go way up, then it's going to drop down. So to the far right on the thermostat, you have a little shower head that demonstrates that the water's running. In the center, there is a fan, and to the left is a little fire indicating that the propane has ignited and is heating the water. We are at 123 degrees. I want you to be able to hear how much water pressure I've got going. Okay, I'm going to turn it up. So the more water pressure I give it, the less hot the water is. If I turn it back down, now it's going to climb. This thing has been a real trip. I am not kidding you. Okay, that is the bathroom sink. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to turn on the hot water in the kitchen, and you're going to see how hot that water gets. Okay, the water is on in the kitchen. The PSI coming through my bathroom sink is good. The farther away that I get from this water heater, the worse it gets. My kitchen sink, the PSI on the hot water side has gone down from what I had when I had a tank water heater. And so, yeah, it's not a lot of pressure in the hot water side of my kitchen sink. Okay, you're noticing right now that 91 degrees is as hot as that gets. Well, that's lukewarm, and it's not hot enough to rinse any of the nastiness off of my dishes without a lot of scrubbing. So, what do I do about that? What do I do about getting hotter water in my kitchen sink? Well, it took a little while, but I'm thinking in my brain, PSI. It has to do with the pressure going through the tube per square inch. And I'm thinking, okay, what if I turn the cold water on somewhere else in the house? Will that make a difference? I'm going to start with the bathtub. Turning on the cold water full blast. I'm doing this in real time. I'm not speeding it up or anything because I want you to see how long it takes for any kind of temperature change to happen. So we're fluctuating between 96 and 98. That's still not hot enough to do the dishes. It's still in a lukewarm state of being. So, now what? Well, let's try the other sink in the house. And I'm going to turn this on full blast, which is where all of the water pressure is in this house. Now I've got the bathtub and the bathroom sink going full blast, cold water, and finally, voila, we are producing hot water in the kitchen. It's still not scalding hot. It's 113 degrees. See how weak that is? That is like barely on, but it is at least hot. Now, it's not really hot. 113 degrees, that's really not hot. But that's as hot as this water will get in this sink. In order to accomplish 113 degrees, that has to be going full blast. That has to be going full blast. And you can see the tub is filling up. I have turned the bathroom faucets off and only the hot water in the kitchen is going, and we're sitting at 93. Turning off the hot water in the kitchen. Okay, now we're going to do the bathtub demonstration. I seriously thought that I was going to get to take a nice hot bath because I have a tub that can accommodate me taking a hot bath. Oh, I was so hopeful. I was so hoping. No, 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 not even. Okay, we're going to turn this on. Pathetic water flow. Pathetic. Waiting for it to warm up. Anybody able to take a shower in 85-degree water or 86-degree water? I'm not. Watch this. Now I'm going to turn on the shower head so that it's coming out of the shower, not out of the bathroom, out of the faucet down here. Now, you're going to watch it go up. And you might query, why did the temperature rise? Because the PSI inside the tube changed from the faucet to a smaller tube coming out of the shower. It's still lukewarm, 96 degrees. See that? That indicates that the water coming out of there isn't even hot enough to register green on this thing. Now I'm going to go turn on the kitchen sink and let's see what happens. Let's go back over here. Here we go. Turning on the cold water in the kitchen, full blast. Removing the drain out of the sink because I don't want the water backing up. And if you watched a video recently where I talked about flooding my bathroom area, this is what I was doing when I flooded the bathroom area. I was trying to take a shower and a dish rag fell off of the faucet that I put it on top of. Let me show you what I mean. We'll do show and tell. I had put a rag on top of here because when I turn this on full blast, water sprays all over the place. So I wasn't putting a towel here before. I was just putting a rag. Well, the rag fell in the sink while I was in the shower, plugged the sink, and I had water cascading over the edge of the sink while I was taking a shower. That is how I ended up with a flood in my bathroom. Okay, so we've got the kitchen sink going, and we're at 96 degrees, lukewarm. Now I'm going to turn on the bathroom sink, full blast. If you're enjoying this video, I really appreciate a thumbs up. Well, would you look at that? Temperature's rising. We're going to get to 113. It isn't going to go any higher than that right now. We have a red. Okay. So it's too hot to actually shower. So I'm going to turn on the cold water in here. We're blue. Okay, we're too cold. It went down to 71. So let me turn this back down. I've got to find just the right spot. I'm not in the shower, so it makes it kind of hard to figure it out. So we're blue. Okay, it turned off completely. It's not even on. So I'm not getting any hot water at all right now. That happens. Now it just kicked back on. I'm glad it did it while we were on the air here. So I still have cold water running in the kitchen. I'm going to go turn that off. Thank God that has not happened while I have been in the shower. I'll try to hide me. You can see that I've got to jump through a lot of hoops to make this place have hot water. I'm grateful to have this hot water heater because the alternative was really getting old, and I was just real tired of having to get a bucket, fill it up, put a heating element in it, and wait for it to get hot, and then get in the shower and have to get my shower taken and all of that. Then, of course, when it came to doing dishes, having hot tea was easy because all I had to do was throw it in the microwave. but I have hypersensitive teeth, so I can't brush my teeth in cold water. I have to have warm water. So and I brush my teeth after every time I eat. I clean inside the gum area and then I brush my teeth. I don't let anything stay on my teeth. I have to nuke my water in order to brush my teeth. It really gave me a new appreciation for people who are living in their vans, living in their off grids. And you know, I was watching Box Van D one night. She was doing a cooking video or something, and I was watching her, and she had her tea kettle and she was pouring it over her dishes in her sink. And I'm like, boy, I can finally really relate to what you have been living with. It's so funny how we as human beings, we really cannot, no matter how much we are empathy, because I have empathy. I cry. If you cry, I'm going to be crying with you. That's who I am. I'm going to hurt with you. That's who I am. And with Box Van D, it was, wow, just really, it sunk in how she had been living for so many years. And it just really, it makes you finally see the reality. Like, you can't really relate to somebody who's lost a loved one until you lose one. You cannot relate to the kind of grief that that person is feeling until you go through it. You can say, oh, I understand and this and that, but truly we don't until we actually go through it. So what I'm trying to say is, when Box Van D got her RV, I have to tell you, I was jubilant inside. I wish people could have seen how jubilant I was for her, because I know just a little bit of what it's like to live without what everybody takes for granted in a house, in an apartment, in a mobile home. You know, unless your hot water heater breaks in your house, well, then you might have to deal with no hot water for a minute, you know, but I didn't have any hot water in here for 6 months. This hot water heater came along, and it was the first one I found that I felt like maybe I could install. Sorry, I'm touching my mic. That maybe I could install myself. And it also was the exact shape that I needed, because the opening for the other water heater that I had, which was a 10-gallon tank water heater, it would fit in the hole. It was a little bit smaller, so I had to build a frame around it. And when it's daylight, I'll show you all of that on the outside of my house. And I did install it myself with the help of my next door neighbor. And I'm really grateful to have it, because a more expensive water heater, where the PSI is more through the tube than it is on this one, then I would probably have much better chances of having hot water come out of all 3 sinks if I had a more expensive water heater. This one was $549, and that's a lot of money. You know what? Thank you, God. Thank you for that right now. Okay, we just went dark, and here's why. That's a 12-volt light. And the reason why it went dark is because of the water heater. Ever since I installed this water heater, those lights burn out on the regular. It's pulling too much electricity. When I turn the water heater on, these dim. When I turn it off, they get brighter. So now I keep a supply of 12-volt light bulbs, and when this one cools down, I will change it out. Anyway, I hope that this was an informative video. If you're just coming in to watch this video because you're trying to find information on the water heater, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment that that's why you were here. I would appreciate that, because it'll help my channel grow. And if you're one of my regulars and you didn't come in to watch, then you don't even know that I'm talking to you right now. But if you did come in to watch and you watched all the way to here, I'm really glad you did. Leave me a thumbs up and put in the comments, I'm a regular. All right, everybody. I love you. God loves you. And I will see you in the next video.